Alright farmers, welcome back to the channel. So today we've got some new mods. So first up, the updates. The first one is the Silo Nuero Multi-Fruit Pack by Rowley Christie and VSR Modding Sur. In the update it says snow no longer appears in the dump zone. We then got an update of the Silos Multi-Fruit by Omatana. And it says the silos are recognised by the AI helpers and can be used for load and deliver. That's always good. Then we've got the Sawmills Pack by Ola Haldor. And in the update, that's saying added a fill type for a stack of timber, which replaces standard pallets of boards. We've then got an update for the MAN TGX Forest Semi Truck by HR Forst and Fargsung Bell. And in the changelog, that says fixed turn signals in the dashboard, fixed speedometer needles, I10N entries adjust, and fixed driving characteristics. And then we've got a last update for the new Bartelsjargon 2022 by ATSI VR map. In the changelog, it's got added filling station markers, added missing entries, horse pasture revised, now its own store image, deco objects revised, more decorative objects installed in the courtyards, cosmetic corrections to fences, etc. Many houses exchanged. Restaurants now also accept soybeans and milk, and added the sugar factory. Right, so the first mod we got today is Barn. This is by Razak, 9.57 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find this in the construction menu and under silos. So there you got it, 55 grand to buy, 500,000 litres. This is going to take your straw and hay. So you got the unload point there where you take it out, and then down this side you got your load in point. Excellent. So you want to store some straw and hay, 55 grand, very nice. And next up we've got Water Tower. This is by Nico Pix, 4.28 megabyte in the download. You're going to find this in the construction menu. We'll go into there, and then under containers, there we are at the end there, 7,800 to buy. Place it down and you can fill up your tankers with it. Now obviously it does charge you, so it's not free, so if you need to get one down, that's very nice indeed. Right, next up is the Bridge Pack by Sandhill Modding, 3.69 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find these in the construction menu under decorations and under others. So we've got 8 different options. We've got small bridge, we then got, oh there we are, small bridge, single wheel bridge, medium sized bridge, large size bridge, single wheel bridge large, single wheel bridge XL, XL size bridge, XXL size bridge, and that's your last one. So you place it down if you want to get over a massive trench that I'll put over here. Anyway, right, there is a word of warning with this, and it's not the mod, it's how I placed it down, because on the website there is some little notes for it. It says, important, save your game before terrain editing. If something happens, then you'll be able to go back and continue off where you last saved the game, obviously. Right, and it then carries on. To get the full functionality of these bridges, there are some important steps to make this work properly. Number 1, make sure you have one side of the bridge level before you place it. Number 2, after you have done this, open the shop and select the bridge you want to use. If the bridge does not fully cover the crossing, you may need to balance some of the transitions until the bridge fits. Number 3, next place your bridge on the leveled surface. And then number 4, finally lift the ground around the sides of the bridge if necessary to get a smooth transition from the ground, and fix the terrain under the bridge if it has spilled. Now I've placed that down and I've got a bit of a lip, so if I go jump in my pickup truck here, we'll get going, because when you come up to it, there's a massive bump on there, and I tried to level the terrain out underneath it and it wouldn't let me. So you really need to do that first, like it said in the tips, raise the ground first, because otherwise you're going to have that issue. But other than that, yeah, bridge is then excellent. Very nice indeed. Right, next up we got the Sugar Beet Processing Plant. This is by Vertex Design. You're going to find this in the construction menu and under production and factories. So we'll scroll along to find it. I've got loads of mods downloaded. There we are. 125,700 to buy. So you're going to put your sugar beet in and water in. And you're going to get your chopped sugar beet, slurry and stones back out the end. So obviously that's your unloading point for your slurry, your unloading point for your chopped sugar beet, and obviously your loading in point for your sugar beet, and then your loading in point for your water. So that's a loading out point as well. So one of those, that's the point. Which one's which? One of those is going to be for your chopped sugar beet coming out, and one's going to be for the stones coming out. So have a look at that when you're using it, and then obviously you've got your production management point there. Excellent. Obviously we can chop sugar beet with that bucket, but this is going to make it loads easier. Just chuck it in and you get slurry out as well. Excellent. Right, next up we got the American Farm Buildings Pack. This is by Omatana, 89.53 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find all this stuff in the construction menu and under various categories. So what we've got here, we've got farmhouses, we've got decorative houses, silos, multi-fruit silos, barns, everything. So if we go into the construction menu, so first up we've got farmhouses. We'll scroll back along to find them. Now we've got 3 options and then 3 each of the options. So the first one is this farmhouse here. So farmhouse white, you can also have it in red and then blue. And what you can also do is have these 2 designs as well. But you can also buy each of these houses as decorative items, which is how we got all 3 down at the same time. So then you've got this one here. You're going to have that in white, red and blue. And then this one here in beige, red and blue. And then if you go up to the decoration option and into others, we'll scroll along, that's where you'll find your decorative house versions. 500 each for the decorative houses, and then for the farmhouses, we'll go back, they are 30 grand for the small one, 40 grand for the medium one, and then for 50 grand for the large one. Then next to that we've got the multi-fruit silo, so that's going to be under silos. So we'll scroll and find it. I've got far too many mods on this. Right, 10 grand to buy, place it down. Excellent. 5 million litre capacity. And then with that you got silo extensions. So we've got the small extension there, it's got 2 million litre capacity. We've then got medium extension, it's got a 3 million litre capacity. And then the large extension has got a 5 million litre capacity. So obviously you need to place the silo down first to get your input and output, and then add these extra as well. We then got the buying station, so this is going to be under containers. 10 grand to buy, place it down, go buy some stuff. Excellent. Next to that we've got a tool shop, workshop, whatever you want to call it, from the standard Elm Creek barn, but this adds the workshop trigger to it. So 20 grand to buy, you can have it in red, blue or brown. We then got barn options, so the old style barn. So if we go back up to sheds, there we are, we'll scroll along to find it. There we are. So we've got old barn, we then got old barn red, and then old barn blue. So obviously we've seen that before in the game, but this has just added it all to the pack. And if we go over here, we've got long garage. We've then got the option for blue and green and red. We then got open hall, blue, green and red. You then got large open hall, blue, green and red. We then got carport with hut, zoom in a little. We then got carport small, carport medium, and then carport large on the end. And that is your pack. Obviously lots of different things to be getting on with, lots of different farmhouses and options and decorative options in buildings. Very nice indeed. Obviously storing stuff, you're going to want to get some buildings down, so that's excellent. I mean, that silo, 5 million litre capacity. That's alright, that is. Excellent. Right, next up we've got Drawbar. This is by Anton ATL, 0.57 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find this under weights for some reason, even though the website says miscellaneous. So you got the option there, main colour. We'll change that to a blue, changes the main part. Then design colour, the first one, we'll change that to yellow. Changes the framework on the hitch point. And then design colour, we got on the second version, got metal or chrome, changes the end bits. So obviously you're going to have this on the back of an old school tractor. It just allows you to pull slightly heavier equipment on the back. Excellent, nice and cheap, 140 to buy. So if you've got an old school tractor, get one of these on the go. Right, next up we got the Govel Bale Pack. This is by Agrar Design Austria, 2.44 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it under Bale Loaders. You've got these two options here. So you've got the fork part and then we've got the frame part. So the fork part, obviously it's going to hold one bale. It's got options there, new on the decals or old. So you go with whichever one you want, £2 to buy. And then you got the bale part, the frame part, sorry. Excellent this is. So you attach that to your front of your tractor. Then around the side you can then attach two bale forks. Excellent. And then again, new and old decals. That's right, that is. Get two bales on the go at once. Excellent. Right, next up we got the Lizard Multi-Snow Bucket. This is by North Modding Company, 6.50 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find this under Wheel Loaded Tools. So it's going to cost you £11 to buy from standard. It's got 6,000 litre capacity and a 4.6 metre working width with a 9 mile an hour working speed. So the options you got there are standard, it's at 6,000 litres. And then extension takes it up to 9,000 litres. Then on the design you got basic, or you got D edition, so that puts the sideboards out a little bit bigger. And then you got bucket edges, you got Olofsfors 500 and then Shark P300, so that just changes the bits on the bottom. Obviously that adds a little bit to your price, but got some snow to be clearing. Excellent, very nice indeed. Right, next up we got the Far Arpen Baler and Autoload Bale Trailer Pack. This is by EY Modding, 7.18 megabyte on the download. And there's two things to this. You got this here, the baler. So that's going to require 15 horsepower from your tractor. Got 1.5 metre working width and a 6 mile an hour working speed. So that's going to do your small bales, your 49 centimetre ones. So £8 to buy on that. And if we come out of that and we go to Bale Loaders, and we'll scroll along, and we've got this trailer here, so auto load bale trailer, so it's going to hold 105 bales. That's ridiculous. Oh, they're the small ones, aren't they? Ah, fair enough. Then we've got the options there, main colour, we'll change that to yellow, changes the main frame, base, whatever you want to call it, and then rim colour obviously changes the rims. So there you have it, £5 to buy if you don't change any colours, so that's excellent. Go and do some small bales on the go. Very nice indeed. Right, next up we got the Pottinger Nova Disc Pack. This is by Agrar Design Austria, 9.87 megabyte on the download. We've got these three here. So we've got the 265, the 305 and the 350. So the 265 requires 50 horsepower from your tractor. It's got a 2.6 metre working width. We've got the 305, that's 60 horsepower with a 3 metre working width, and then the 350 with a 70 horsepower requirement and a 3.5 metre working width. So they all got 13 mile an hour working speed. All the options are the same, so we go into this one, zoom in a little. First one, green logo, we got none, logo on the back, spin it round. There you are. And we've got logo on the front, so we'll spin it back round again. Like that, and then both logos or none. Then we've got swath plate yes or no. Doesn't really show you anything there, but that all works underneath. And then the tank and weight set balls, both, only weight set balls, only tank or nothing, and then both again. So main colour, you've got yellow or yellow. So yellow plastic, yellow rubber, both the same. And design colour, we'll change the bit on the end. So that's your options on all three. Obviously these do go on the back of your tractor. I mean, low working requirement from your horsepower from your tractor. That's alright, that is. Excellent. Right, next up we got the JCB 419S. This is by Ross and Mods, 11 megabyte on the download, and you can find this under wheel loaders. So it's going to cost you 175 grand to start with. It's got 195 horsepower and a 29 mile an hour working speed. You've got the usual shenanigans on the go with the wheels and the tyres. Then on design, you've got standard, 1 beacon, 2 beacons, strobe beacons, and then standard. Main colour obviously changes the main colour, and then rim colour obviously changes the rims. Another wheel loader option for you from JCB. Excellent. Right, next up we got the Mack Flatbed Pack. This is by Agrotron Modding, 29.76 megabyte on the download, and it's these three here. So we've got the Pinnacle 6x6, the Anthem 6x6, and the Superliner 6x6. So these are flatbed trailers for you. So if we go into the Pinnacle, the options you've got there are day cab with fairing, or back to day cab. Then you've got engine setup, so standard 425 horsepower with a 49 mile an hour top speed. You can then change that to 455, 505, and then back to 425. Then obviously change the main colour to there, and then the rim colour to that. Excellent. So 93.5 grand to buy as standard. Then on the Anthem, you've got the options there of day cab premium, and then design. You've got design 1 with the mirrors on, design 2 with the mirrors off, and then back to design 1. Then engine setup 425, 455, 505, and then back to 425. And then main colour again, and then rim colour obviously changes to rims. So that's 93.5 grand to buy. That's the same price as the other one. You might as well just get the newer version, haven't you? And then you got the Superliner 6x6. The only options we got on there are the design. So we've got design 1 as standard. We've got design 2 with the American flag on it. Design 3, design 4, then back to design 1, and then you can change the rim colours to anything you want. So this one comes with a 500 horsepower engine as standard. Now on the Anthem and the Pinnacle, there is a nice little thing, shall we say. So if we go into the cab, we'll start up. It's only on those two. If we do LB and right stick up and down, moves the sun visor up. That's nice, that is. And if we spin around, we do RB and right stick up and down, it moves the passenger one. Excellent. I mean, that's the only options on it from the control point of view, but I just thought that was really nice. But as ace, that is. Brilliant. Right, so the last mod we've got to cover today is going to be a new map. This is Calmlands. This is by Urshaber, 80.70 megabyte on the download. And what we'll do with that, we'll have a map tour on a different video, just to let you know a new map is out. So that's your mods for today. Excellent. Drop it in the comments below which one you're thinking of using, which one's your favourite. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, it's muchly appreciated. But for me, that's it for today, and I'll see you in the next one.